Alright, Dan.
Dan.
Do it with Stan.
Do it with Dan. Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan. Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan.
Do it with Dan. Dan.
This is Do It With Dan. You're doing it with me.
You know, I've really noticed myself taking more and more risks as far as riding in the rain lately. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get rained on. Like 900% certain. But that's fine. For whatever reason, I'm kind of okay with it. I've been riding a lot in the rain lately. If I get rained on today, it'd have been like the 10th time I've driven in the rain on this bike. And I don't know why I'm okay with it, but I kind of am. Alright. That was scary. I'm guessing that was my front rotors being dicks. Stop being dicks, front rotors. Stop it. But yeah, it's almost like I enjoy it, you know? It's like, for whatever reason, riding in the rain's kind of like nice. I can't really describe it. It feels kind of good. I mean, it all depends on your mood, you know? But I certainly drive at least 2 or 3 times slower and more cautious of things than I do when I don't ride in the rain. It's kind of crazy. We'll see though. I probably won't get rained on going to school because that's where I'm going to right now. I'm heading to class. If I do get rained on, it'll be on my way home or on my way to the gym, which is where I'm going after class. And you know, this is gonna sound crazy, right? But I think motorcycles are kind of good for your health. At least me. And you're like, oh, what do you mean? You're just being stupid. And you're right, I probably am being stupid. This is kind of what I mean. Since I've been back on 2 wheels, my strength and mood has significantly increased. You know, I've been more positive. My energy's been up a little bit more. My strength, like as far as my bench, I benched 245 the other day, pretty solidly. I hadn't done that in a while since the accident. You know, it'd been a good bit since I'd done that. And then I deadlifted 275 for like reps, you know, which is you know something else I haven't done since the accident. I haven't deadlifted in at least 5 months, even though the accident was 4 months ago. It'd taken a while off of deadlifting, and I went in there and I deadlifted 275 for reps, which is pretty good for me, and they were solid form. As far as 245 on bench goes, you know, I've benched a lot more than that in my time. I think the most I've ever benched was around 315. But then I stopped using flat bench, and I started using dumbbells. And on dumbbells, I would consistently hit 100 to 105 pound dumbbells. You know, so if you think 200 pound dumbbells, it's 200 pounds. I think there's like a conversion between dumbbells and flat bench because dumbbells is always slightly heavier, it feels like. I don't know, I can't remember. But it's like, you know, if you're benching 200 pounds on dumbbells, it's like the equivalent of like 240 or something like that. It's some sort of weird math. So I feel like being back on a bike has just increased my everything, you know. It's like being back on 2 wheels is almost a morale booster for me, and I feel better. I'm starting to look better again, you know, back to like my physical shape. It feels good. It feels really good. Whether or not any of that can be backed by science is all totally relative. Real quick, have you guys ever noticed that in the series of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, every single one of Goku's close friends has tried to kill him at one point or another? What's up with that? Well, let's start out with Bulma. She was the first bitch to meet Goku. She shot the shit out of him with the, you know, remember she shoots him with that gun and just bounces off. He's like, ow! That's in Dragon Ball. Krillin tried to kill him one time. Back when they were kids, he tried to trick him and kill him. I can't remember exactly, but it happened, I promise. Master Roshi tried to kill him one time when they were fighting in that World Cup. He was pretending to be Chun-Li or something like that. Tien tried to kill him. Yamcha tried to fucking Wolfang fist his butthole. Every single one of Goku's friends that tried to kill him, especially Vegeta, they're like besties now. It's that KAME HAME HAAAA though. KAME HAME HAAAA. KAME HAME HAAAA. Kaioken times 4. Kaioken times 3. Here I am as like a grown-ass man and I'm fucking watching this show.